Plants vs. Zombies 2, the sequel to Plants vs. Zombies, has so many hidden facts that are either hidden in plain sight or just lost in the void of the internet. So, for a second time, the sky. Tapping on the brain. When the zombies reach your house, a brain pops up on your screen letting you know that the zombies ate your brains. Upon tapping this brain, you hear a mushy brain noise. Linear progression. In early versions of a game, every Gargantuar level you completed gave you a world key, which allowed you to unlock any world of your choice. However, on update 5.3.1, completing the Ancient Egypt Gargantuar level would get you all of the world keys, allowing you to go to any world you want. This was later changed in update 8.9.1, which changed the progression system by only unlocking the next world if you completed the one before it. Zombies on the world icon. On every world icon, you can see a zombie interpretation except for modern day and Lost City. Hamster balls. While playing Arena, you might encounter zombies that are inside hamster balls, which is weird. Even the Gargantuar can be in it. Nothing much from the sky, so let's move on to the surface of the iceberg. Arena uses bots. If it wasn't obvious enough, yes, you're playing against bots in Arena. If you try pausing the game in Arena, the game actually pauses, meaning you're not playing online. Apparently, the reason they advertise Arena to be live is because they use ghost data, which essentially means they take previous gameplay data from different people playing on Arena and put it into a bot, so you're technically fighting someone in terms of how they would play. Zombie time. Zombie time is the song heard in the credits. You can get there by clicking on settings, then credits. Take a listen.
Anytime is zombie time. I better plant plants so the dead can't eat my mind.
Old world layout. When Plants vs. Zombies 2 first released with its 3 original maps, Ancient Egypt, Pirate Seas, and the Wild West, the map layout looked like this, and not what we have today. I honestly like the old layout more than the new one. Chinese Plants vs. Zombies 2. This is referring to the Chinese version of Plants vs. Zombies 2, which has so much more content than we do. This game has more worlds, events, plants, everything. Battles. Battles was the original name for Arena. The name got switched to Arena in 7.5.1 due to a game company suing EA for supposedly trademark infringement of the company's card game called Battles. Greaser Imp. This is referring to Imp, which wasn't added but was in a trailer. In the Big Wave Beach trailers, the Greaser Imp is seen so many times, but he isn't in the game. EA forcing microtransactions. This is related to the rumor in which EA forced PopCap to put microtransactions into PvZ2 during development. People think this rumor is true since George Fan, the creator of the original Plants vs. Zombies, was laid off after he insisted not to make the second game pay to win a year before release, which caused a stir between the community to what really happened. Frozen hot potato. The hot potato is a plant that is found and used in Frostbite caves to unfreeze plants. In the trailer for Frostbite Caves, the hot potato itself freezes, which shouldn't be possible as the hot potato melts ice in an instant. Bananas are too slippery for minecarts. If you try placing banana launcher on a minecart, it doesn't let you place it and instead says that bananas are too slippery for minecarts. It's probably because both moving the minecart and triggering the banana launcher requires tapping, so it might be annoying to players when they accidentally trigger the banana while trying to move the minecart. Monkey and the balloon. When you electrocute the balloon zombie to death, you can see a monkey and his balloon also being electrocuted. Bonk Choi is a dentist. As weird as that sounds, Bonk Choi is a dentist. If you look at his almanac, it says that he is a freelance dentist on the side. Beta Far Future World Design. Remember the old map layout that I talked about in the surface of the iceberg? That map layout design was going to happen for Far Future until it got scrapped for the new map layout design we have today. Chinese spin-offs. This is referring to the random Chinese spin-off games that take PvZ2's ideas or art style. Some of the well-known ones being Plants vs. Zombies Online, which released just 5 months after PvZ2 and has weird boss fights like this. Or Plants vs. Zombies All-Stars, which was a MMO card collecting RPG styled game. If you want to know more about these random unknown games, check out my YouTube video where I talk about just that. I'll leave the link in the description below. Dark Ages expansion. The Dark Ages was going to have an expansion including 3 new zombies and some levels. This was accidentally leaked by EA and PopCap as there were 3 empty zombie slots in the almanac in update 6.1.1. 2 of the zombies that were going to be in this expansion was the Castlehead Zombie and the Skadinger Zombie. As for the third zombie, I couldn't seem to find anything. The levels for the expansion were still in the game files until recently, but now they're gone. Squash is his stage name. Squash's name isn't Squash, it's Tracy. In Squash's almanac, it says that Squash is his stage name and that his birth name is Tracy. Plant food is made out of zombies. When you fight Dr. Zomboss in the Dark Ages, he asks you if we have seen how violent plants become when they consume plant food. Then he asks us if we ever wondered what plant food is really made out of, proceeding to tell us that it is made by zombies, which could be true since plant food is dropped by zombies. The bug zombie's bug is mechanical. When you electrocute the bug zombie's bug, you can see that the bug helping the zombie stay afloat has what looks to be some sort of light bulb on its tail and some sort of valve on its body. Inaccurate shrinking violet. When you place the shrinking violet down, it shrinks all zombies near it and kills all imps since they're already small. In the modern day part 1 trailer, the shrinking violet doesn't kill the imps and instead shrinks them like every other zombie, making it inaccurate to the game. Brian. Brian is the flag zombie's name as it says on his almanac. Brian is a play on the word brain, which makes him think that other zombies are talking to him when they're not, since the zombies are usually talking about brains, which makes Brian feel important. Tutorial world. There was gonna be a whole world just for the first 4 levels of the tutorial. I'm guessing they wanted to do this so that people had the option to replay the tutorial levels, but this was tossed in the trash. Repeater has echolalia. As insane as this sounds, Repeater has echolalia. In his almanac, he repeats the same sentence twice, which is the same thing people with echolalia do, leading many to come to this conclusion. Dodo and Dodo Rider are one. When you electrocute Dodo Rider Zombie, you see one big bone going through both the Dodo and the Dodo Rider, signifying that they are a whole. Z-Corp is based on a real corporation. This is a very straightforward Iceberg entry, but upon doing some research, you will find that there is a corp called Z Corporation, which was founded in 1994 and was a company involved in printing. Time Twister. Time Twister was going to be the final world for Plants vs. Zombies 2. This world was going to be all of the other world's features combined into one, but was later turned into modern day. The icon for this world is still in the game and is now the icon for Penny's Pursuit. Torchwood predicted Dark Ages and Big Wave Beach. In Torchwood's almanac, it says that him and Snapdragon like to hang out at either the Tiki Lounge or the Renaissance Fair, which could be a reference to Big Wave Beach and Dark Ages. Chomper zombie relationship. Yes, a plant and a zombie in a relationship. In the Big Wave Beach boss fight, Dr. Zomboss asks us if we've realized that Chomper and Bikini Zombie have been really cozy lately, and that there might be some romance happening. This makes Crazy Dave's mind blown. So yeah, a plant and a zombie might just be happening. Endless Zone Limit. Endless zones are levels that keep going, similar to Survival Endless from the original Plants vs. Zombies. Many think that there might be a limit and that there actually is an end to this endless zone, since 2,147,483,647 is the 32-bit integer limit. Zomboss tried to warn us. Throughout the game, Dr. Zomboss says things such as the taco being a trap, plant food being made out of zombies, zombies being real people, and a bunch of other things which could be him trying to warn us from Crazy Dave's true reason for taking on this journey. Chicken Wrangler is a time traveler. The Chicken Wrangler zombie is first encountered in the Wild West map, which takes place in the mid-1800s. In the Chicken Wrangler's almanac, it says that he did 4 years of research in the Hadron Collider. This isn't possible since the Hadron Collider was created in the 2000s, which is 200 years after the Wild West took place. Use Your Brains Edu. Use Your Brains Edu is Plants vs. Zombies 2, but educational. Its description reads that this game is mostly meant for 6th to 8th grade math, as it can help students break down problems and develop problem-solving strategies. It also says that this game was made with the help of researchers at Florida State University. This game was shut down on December 20th of 2018. Penny is a Zombot. Before fighting Dr. Zomboss in Pirate Seas, he says that he discovered a trait in our time machine and says that Penny's temporal signature is similar to his own creations. Dr. Zomboss then leaves after asking us how Penny was even made, to which we get no answers since Crazy Dave was apparently gone eating a sandwich. Blastronaut is full of helium. Blastronaut Zombie floats as he's got a jetpack, however, that's not why he floats. In the Blastronaut Zombie's almanac, it says that his jetpack is meant for decoration and that his ability to hover comes from him just being full of helium. Beet concept art. Beet is a plant that was introduced in Plants vs. Zombies Adventures. This same plant was about to make its way into Plants vs. Zombies 2, but was replaced with bok choy during the game's development. The eerie thing about this entry is this early design of beet. Squash is missing. In the official Plants vs. Zombies 2 trailer, you see a carton of milk, and if you look closely on the side of it, you can see a photo of Squash with bolded words saying that he's missing. RV name same as player. This refers to a line of unused text. When this RV name same as player code gets triggered, a text pops up saying that's your name, silly. This might have meant that we could have named Penny ourselves since he's probably the RV mentioned in the code, and typing your own player name for the RV would say that that's your name and that you can't change it to that. This isn't fully proven, but there is good proof to suggest that they almost let you name Penny yourself. Aqua Booster. Aqua Booster is what looks to be an early version of the Moonflower since they have the same internal ID. The weird thing about this early version of the Moonflower is that in its coding, it works exactly like a potato mine. No one knows what this Aqua Booster was really meant to do. In my opinion, they probably used Potato Mine's coding for a placeholder. The taco had meat in it. I covered this in my last Iceberg video, which you should go watch after this, but I decided to put this in here again since there is way more information about this entry in Plants vs. Zombies 2. Before fighting Dr. Zomboss in ancient Egypt, he asks us if we ever thought about why Crazy Dave is hungry enough to travel through time for a taco. He then tells us that there's a secret ingredient in the taco that is driving Crazy Dave's desires, then hints that Crazy Dave might just need people's brains as much as the zombies do. This could mean that Crazy Dave ate a taco with brains in it, as he doesn't even remember what was in the taco to defend himself. Winnie. In many of the internal files of Plants vs. Zombies 2, Penny is referred to as Winnie, and there's no information as to why. This name is also seen on the Penny Pursuit World icon on Penny's plate if you zoom close enough. Sure, this could mean that Penny's name was gonna be Winnie during development, but why would Winnie be on the Penny Pursuit World icon? P-Bob Square Shooter. This refers to this absolute monstrosity in a Chinese spin-off called Plants vs. Zombies 2 Expedition. Tell me why they thought adding SpongeBob to a pea shooter and making it have 2 mouths was a good game icon. The real ending. The ending of Plants vs. Zombies 2 is very anticlimactic, as all you get is a taco from Dr. Zomboss. But what if it was more than that? The most I could find on this entry is a speculation that Dr. Zomboss gave Crazy Dave that taco so that he wouldn't create a time paradox, which can disrupt time and history. This could mean that Crazy Dave went on this taco journey multiple times until Dr. Zomboss gave up and realized that Crazy Dave might mess up time. That's it from this Iceberg. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't thank you guys enough for hitting 1,000 subscribers. I don't want to sound like every other YouTuber out there, but really, without you guys, none of this would be possible. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Otherwise, have a good day.